Patternies is the most wonderful product for making your patterns, but it's also a wonderful product for not making mistakes. You know, a lot of times I encourage you, and I encourage you greatly, to think outside the box and to do something totally different. And a lot of you are afraid to just cut into your fabric. So I want to show you a little trick. Now, Patternies, I sell this on my website. It comes 45 inches wide. Years ago, there was a place named Stretch and Sew, which I absolutely loved, and it sold Do So. And when I started this business, I tried to find something similar to that. So I chose Patternies because it comes 45 inches wide and it's very easy to see through. So there's a lot of things that you can do with it. So let me put this down here out of the way, and I'm going to show you some of the things that you can. Now, hopefully you own the book, Design It Yourself. There are 85 projects in this book, and what I always suggest you do is that you make a pattern for each one of those projects, because my goal is for you to use your creativity over and over and over again. So I'm sure you've done this at some point in your life. You've made something up, you absolutely loved it, but you don't know what you did. So when you make a pattern from Patternies, you can save it and mark it. Now, Barbara, who you met about a while ago, Barbara gave me this wonderful idea, and she uses this idea all the time. She makes her patterns, and she makes it and she marks it, one of these items that is in the book, and she uses freezer bags, the quart freezer bags, because they have a place where you can write on them. So she writes on the outside the name of that pattern, and then she takes those rings that come apart and she makes a hole in the top of the freezer bag and she slides that on the ring. So she has one ring for her knit tops, she has one ring for her knit jackets, and one ring for her woven jackets. So it's a lot easier for you to see where it is that you're going when you do a lot of patterns this way. But let me show you one of the things that I love about Patternies. Again, there are a lot of you that are a little afraid of being creative. So if you make a pattern like this, and you're not sure you like stripes, okay? And you can see this stripe back here has a lot of stripes going a lot of different ways. So I have the stripe on the bias, and then I have the stripe going up and down. So let's just say, yeah, you're not really sure that you like that. I would like you to take one of your marking pens, and again, I like the ones that will disappear, and actually draw it on your pattern. Draw the stripes going the way you want it to do. Be creative and actually fill in the stripes if you want to. Hold this up to yourself in the mirror and go, I don't think so. Wouldn't you rather do it on here than to take your time to make the garment and then not like it? Because all of us like something different. So it's a lot easier to do it on here. Now, another thing I suggest you do is to make your pattern, stand in front of a mirror, take a marker and mark exactly where your bust points are. Reason being, you may choose at some point in your life a piece of fabric that has a pattern in it. It might have a big flower in it. Guess where you don't want that big flower to be? I had a piece of fabric that had circles in it, and it even gets better. The circles were glittered. I was in a hurry, like all of us are, and I laid my pattern on, had not marked where this was, laid that on my fabric, cut it out, and then guess what? When it came on me, I had one big circle right here, but the second circle was right here, so it was kind of really off grain. So it's a lot easier to do it on a product like this and be wrong or know where you're going than it is to actually do it on your fabric. Patternies is one of those wonderful products that is not paper. So a lot of people say, well, I have to cut this. I can't cut this with my fabric scissors. Yes, you can, because this is fabric. It's polyester and it's rayon that is in, believe it or not, that is in this product. Now, one of the things that I do when I do a jacket class is I have the ladies make one half of a front, one half of a back, actually base the shoulder seams of this product and base the side seam and try it on. We can line up the center front and we can line up the center back and see where we're going one way or another. So Patternies is a wonderful product to see where you're going before you actually commit to where you're going. Now, I love it to make the pants, because when you mark pants, and these are my little pants, I love it to make pants because when you mark your pants, you've got a really good You can see you can put really fat markers on here so that you can see when you lay this out on your fabric. Anytime you have an aid to make your sewing easy and make your sewing faster, this is one of those beautiful aids to do. Patternies. I hope you enjoyed the video. Now it's time to check out the website. Everything is on there. You can purchase the pattern, the book, all the notions I talked about. You can join the Fit Club and check out the classes where I'm teaching. And be sure to follow me on Facebook.